then with that experience, I have taken the Dean of Department of Pharmacy to the bed through homeopathy medicine hospital, and he has been given medicine for 1 month. And you know what will be the result? Totally, it has been cured. There is no rashes on his hands. He nowadays open his hands and all. Otherwise, it will be full hand. Because psoriasis is that much worsen. You can see that patient is having mental stress and all because of others will ask what happened to you, what happened to you. So totally the rashes, all this have been vanished out. What will be the mentality of the doctor, the professor, dean of pharmacy? He is from the allopathy system. So what will be doing by that fellow? Anyone expecting what will be done by him? As everyone will be done, he was been confused, thinking that there will be methotrexate in that. You know, methotrexate is a drug what we used to do give in the psoriasis. So he has taken one of his student, he's my colleague in the PhD, send that student to some of the institution to do the assay of methotrexate. So what will be the result? Whether methotrexate will be there? No. But he is not accepting. Then after seeing me, he was telling to me, something is wonder in this. We have to estimate. We have to do a lot of research on this, particularly on this type of medicines that is not been explored. Here comes the value of you people. You have wonderful drugs in your hand. Without the evidences, no one will not accept. The scientific community will not accept. Understand the dear students here. I am particularly delivering these lectures not only implement the ethics, the importance of research too. You have to come forward. There are many number of people here to help you, to write research articles, to write funded projects. Come forward. So I am just delivering this what are medical ethics, importance of medical ethics, the key principles, the benefits of ethical practice. Now you understand what is the benefit of the ethical practice, I think, before I starting these lectures. So I don't want to stick on to the slides, but I just want to have as the implementation system. This is what you have to study well. I am just putting that information to you. There are n number of clinical guidelines are there. You have to just follow. So for the clinical ethics, we have Nuremberg Code, we have Declaration of Helsinki, and when you want to understand that how these clinical trials guidelines are coming in this regulation. There was a bad story of thalidomide disaster. How many of them are knowing about thalidomide disaster? Thalidomide Durandam. How many of them are knowing about that? Many of them are not knowing about this. You should know about that, how the ethics has been came into this. You may be knowing that ethics is very important because ethics, unless the ethical committee is not been sanctioning, you cannot proceed with the research and all. But in the previous time, in 1960, there was an incident happened, very sad incident happened. Thalidomide was a drug usually given to the morning sickness, vomiting for the pregnant woman. It has been given. And it has been completely helpful for stopping this thing. But what happened after the giving of the thalidomide? When they are being delivered, the fetus is not having legs, focomelia, absence of limbs, കൈകാൽ കൈ കാൽ ഒന്നുമേ ഇല്ല മാം കുഴந்தை പിറந்திருக்கு. Because this is a drug that will be stopping the blood circulation towards the neurons, towards the peripheral nerve system. What happened? That all will be atrophied. No hands and legs. And after that it was to understand that because of the adverse reactions of thalidomide, this was to happen. So they have been thinking that there is a need of thalidomide has to be monitored or has to be tested in the animals in many of the population. So what they have done, here comes the animal experiment. How they have been experimented, what will be the methodology to understanding whether the focomelia is created or creating or not by the thalidomide. Taking a group of animals, given thalidomide and get breeded. When the delivering babies, they have been seen, they have not having limbs. They have been seen in many of the breeds. Then understanding that culprit is thalidomide. Here comes the need of guidelines, clinical guidelines. When one fellow here, we have Dr. Ashwin is there, he is having a drug, it is a new drug. He has to do clinical trials, putting for the HEC. Then, as an ethical committee, what the question has to be asked? What question has to be asked? Whether they will be having any safe data of animals on the smaller group of animals. Toxicity has been done or not? Whether they have been fixed with any of the dosage, kinetic has been proved or not. Understand? Here, when the animal ethical committee is concerned, what the question they can ask? They can ask whether it is having, especially have any action on this particular disease condition, whether you have put forward that whether they have been conducted previous studies on cell line, primary cell lines, secondary cell lines, whether they have done, the data is there, then they will be allowing for the animal studies. Or you have any of the computational data telling that your compound is particularly effective. So anyone is interested in this all regarding the network pharmacology and all. Here comes, we are ready to provide all these things. As I am assuring you people, we have a good team of fellows. They will be helping out to understand about the compound, how to act on which receptors. Okay, so I think you have to implement the scientific inputs in your research. Okay, so we have WHO guidelines, we have European guidelines, we have international guidelines, ICH-GCP guidelines for clinical trials, and we have animal ethics, we have OECD guidelines for toxicity studies. So I am just giving all the hints. If you want to have more understanding, Google it more into the OECD guidelines. If you want to have toxicity studies, go into the website, search for the OECD guidelines. Okay, then CIOMS. CIOMS is also given for the clinical trials too. Then we have RIU guidelines. It is specially for the animal research and reporting of in vivo experiments. So in vivo is you have phone, this one, you have this one, please give to anyone so that anyone can answer. I will not leave you people until unless the slides are finished. Okay, so Please calm and quiet. I need the responses from the audience. So what is in vivo? Anyone? Don't allow the teachers to answer. Students, because my focus is to the fellows, upcoming scientists. Last row, why you people are going back? Row, come forward. Please come. Tell me this. Tanjavur fellow. Here. In vivo. In vivo experiments, how we are doing? Inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside, yes. We are giving the drugs to the patient. Giving drugs into the animals or to the patient. So here comes here the data is very, very important before the study is animal research reporting of in vivo experiments. So before that, what the data has to be? What data after arrive guidelines is telling what? Arrive guidelines is simply telling that before animal experiments, there should be a data of what? Data of in vitro data. Primary and secondary cell line data has to be there. Then only they will be giving for in vivo experimental sanction. Okay, it is a international guidelines, FELISA. Okay, so another one is planning research and experimental purpose of on the animals recommended for the excellence. So we have prepare is there. So and 3R, we will be going to the 3Rs. So clinical ethics is focusing on the human ethics, then animal ethics is focusing on the animal welfare. I am just again and again implementing your mindset that the welfare. Okay, so the ethics help in making decisions that is not adhering to the, it is only adhering, not only adhering to the laws, but also to the respect of the social norms and values. Because social, ethics committee is telling, at that time I will be telling that what is the importance of the social concern. Okay. So importance of the animal ethics, build a trust on the trust and reputation. Risk management is one of the thing. When you are sticking to the rules, regulations, ethics, then you are risk free. Understand? Otherwise, when without the animal ethical committee, without the human ethical committee, you are trialing the patient. You unknowingly, when the patient is coming in your clinic, you are trying your drug and you are taking the blood reports for your research. And when you are publishing it, you will be caught. Very, very important. Understand that. Government will hit you. So that time, this very easy method is avoid risk. You just follow the ethics. Then automatically you are following the government regulations. Understand? So you know about very simple one. Whether we all are following the Indian Penal Code, Indian laws and regulations, we are following? Yes, we are following. How? You are simply following the SOPs in the lab. When you are following the SOPs, you are following the guidelines. When you are following the guidelines, you are following the regulations. When you are following the regulations, you are following the laws. So unknowingly, we are following the government regulations, government rules. Understand? So we all are following the government rules. You cannot tell that we are not following. Okay. So it will be enhance the decision making things. So it will be making a rapport between the patients and you. So patient-centered decisions will be get into this picture. Risk management is I was just telling. So this risk management give a positive approach towards your research because you are risk free. You can do a lot of research. Understand? Because already the sanctioning has happened. Now you are ready to have more number of patients to be enrolled in your research. More number of patients, more number of animal studies, so that you have right to do the research. So key principles are autonomy, then beneficy, then non-malfeasance. So justice and transparency. What is this calling? Key principles of the medical ethics is you have right to do your work. You can have self-determination to do all these works. And what is this emphasis telling? You can do good to the people. The net result is good. Then malfancy, not malfancy is you cannot do tinma. You cannot do that because you are following a ethics. So whenever you are doing any activity, it will be nanma. You understand? You cannot do bad things over there. And it is a justice. Automatically you are following a justice to the patients on to your research. Then everything is clear. You are an open book to the public because already you have been opened the book to the ethics committee. Whatever things you are doing, you have told to them, and they have given the ethical clearance to you. So you are ready. I told you people, you don't know about any of the research, make an article, make a research protocol, put into the head of the IRC. They will give they will tear you. They will ask multiple questions. You take the paper back, note down all the questions, reframe your works, again go to the research committee, get it done. Then one phase has been finished. Now comes the HEC or IAC. Then again you will be understanding many things that has to be implemented in your research. They will give lot of suggestions, lot of corrections. Then ultimately you will have a framework of your research. So I told that Nuremberg code and all. So it was been implemented by the following the doctor's trial in the clinical trials. So minimizing the harm, voluntary consent has to be taken. There are 10 principles to follow in this code. Then Declaration of Helsinki, I told about the 1961 shocking of thalidomide disaster. So see, 2,000 children has been died, and 10,000 people are having seriously disabled. You understand that, okay? So that is why the Helsinki Declaration has came, implementing each HELSINKI, each having different terms. Then here again the Parliament report, again it is also implemented by the ethics committee. So just give the mic to anyone. Madam has been sit there nicely. Madam, you take a chair there and sit there in between, so that please, I just want for the improvement of research reputation, how the ethics will help. Can anyone add? Lakshmi Madam is there. So how the improvement of research reputation can be improved by applying the ethics? How we can improve it? Yes, I am telling that implementation of the ethics will definitely improve the reputation. How? Anyone? Any? Yes, risk will be reduced. Many number of reputations are there for the institution. One of the thing is reduce the risk for the investigator, because the biggest thing before entering into the research is the risk. So here ethics reduce the risk. Then promoting the healthy work environment. How? Yes, standard guidelines will help you. Standard health guidelines will help you to promote the research activities and adhering towards the ethics. Reduce the legal risk. That's very important. We all are fear for this thing. Now you got a sanction that you can take patients. Understand? So risk has been reduced. So And I am telling you people one thing. I asked how many of them are want to have a research publication. Here comes the question is, whenever you want to have a publication, you have to apply the research article with certificate. They will ask first question. You have ethical committee approval, number, give that. Otherwise, your standard level of publication will be get reduced. Understand? Here comes the impact number, citation of the publication, because everyone will do research. How many of them are seeing your paper is the matter. That comes the citation. Here we have madam. She is doing Anandu is one of the researchers. He has a publication. He has sent a publication to 500 rupees journal. Who will see that 500 rupees journal? Even Google will not search that. Because the pressure of HOD, pressure of the principal, we will be putting the publication to some of the managers, general managers. So what happens is, as the 500 rupees, it will be highlighted until your thesis is submitted. After that, the site will be vanished. Nothing will be there. Here comes the impact citation. How many of them are following your research? How many of them are reproducing your research? Here we have a madam, Lashmida is there. She will be doing a research, and after the research, one fellow from US or one fellow from the Germany following that same or searching for this article and doing this research on this article and repeating the study from that and citing that article, understanding that there is a crucial message from that article. Then what will happen? Her study is having some value. If no one is noticing your paper, you should understand that you are never ever in fitting this scientific community. Understand? Very, very important is you have to tell everyone that I am fully prepared and delivered this research into the whole world. That is very, very important. Doing the things, sitting this thing for the only for the academic purpose, finished, going, then you have finished your efforts, all the effort in water. You have to bring that research into the public domain. Very, very important. So, promoting the ethics in an organization. So, code of ethics will be implemented in a special format. Every ethical committee, every committees will have a proper guidelines implemented there, and that will be creating the organization to have a leadership commitment and all, and that will be conducted by every ethical committee will have a regular training and education. They have put forward, the committee members will have to have regular updates. They have to attend that things and all. So, and it will be protection, whistleblower for others to engage in the ethics. So, understand, some totally the organization having ethical things, everyone will come out. Everyone will come to stick on you. But there is a fellow always doing immoral activities, not following the ethics, then no one will not come to you. Understand? No one will not look into the organization. Here comes the grant writing section. For the grant writing section, one of the thing is you have to have light whistleblower on that. I want to tell that Ajay Sir is particular area, he is the master in this. His area of research is this one. So when I am as a government body, I am giving a research to him. I am having 100% assurance that he will be completing in a proper way. and finish in a nice manner. All the one penny of the money will be utilized properly. So like that, you have to show to the public. Here comes the ethics will take you into this. After finishing this section, you should understand that what is the importance. That's what my point of view is. Okay, so it will be giving a building trust on the success is, the role of ethics is making a success in the building of a trust. Sustainability, competitiveness with others, new innovations will come out, automatically everything will come out. So I just want to tell you people, again, this is what slide is very, very important. You should understand this, where the India is. Because we are all working for our nation. Our brothers are standing there, that's why we are safely sitting in our chairs. That trust is here, that they will be protecting. There will be no bombs will be here. They have some relatives. They have been there in army and all. They may be knowing that how much tense and all these things, but they will not be showing outside. But you understand, there are people there working for us. That's all. There was a question that been raised in my college last day, when I was wondering for some activity. There was one fellow is telling, "Sir, when will the bomb will be coming here? We don't know what will happen." Then I told them one word: you do your activities. You have been implemented to do your activities. There are other fellows, they are deployed for their activities. Here comes your duties. You are there in your homeopathy system. How many efforts you are taking to implement, to improvise your profession? They are doing their activities. So now you have to think about, you may be loving, you may be passionate, but how much input you are giving to your profession. That is very, very important. Okay, come back. So here comes the matter of drug discovery in India. See that Indian industries are having multiple research, and even America has been not been taxed Indian things. When Indian medicines have been banned or taxed, then American and European countries will not have medicines. The most of the medicines are being delivered from India. And homeopathy is concerned, we are waiting for the medicines to come out from the German. We are trusting on the German medicine. So where we are, still we have to look into that other countries. So you can have a manufacturer units. One homeopathy medicines can be manufactured in your institution. Can have a entrepreneurship. You come forward with your proposals, put into the skill development of India. Then you can have a manufacturing unit. Try to avoid depending on other countries. Make it everything here. Trust on your company, so and so. So normally we have generic drug production, new drug discoveries here. But see that from 1991 to 2010 we have only 4 new drugs repurposing. I think homeopathy medicine, I have been seen that most of them are looking for the repurposing. So it's another one good area. What is the indication is given to them? You have to look on to the other diverted field. New drugs will come out. Then see that only 4 drugs. So in that area we have very less. I should tell that shame on this. We are the biggest manufacturers, biggest suppliers, but we don't have new drugs. Understand? We have millions of population, but nowhere here in the ideological mindset. India ranked 5th globally in the drug discovery output. Okay, so you should understand that comparative analysis, it is telling that research in India it is lower, in the world it is higher. Genetical drug marketing, India is the largest one, but in outside it is a novel therapies are available. Clinical trials growing, cost effective trials are there. World over, all are in the AI generated on regulatory framework. We have less strength. But even I am telling you people, as I have an experience in pharmacovigilance, we have a very better stringent regulations. CDSO is not like that. As the ethical committee is concerned, you know that they have to have every time updations. Every time the new implementation will come in the through the mail. So we are not that much. But the thing is that I was telling you people, in the allopathy, one of the problem is, I will tell a small hit on this. The drug is on painkiller. On painkiller is been given, no, is banned in outside India, but it is not banned in India. But we have a small precaution is given in a small box that it should not be given to the nimesulide. Nimesulide is the drug. Nimesulide is banned over other countries, but still nimesulide is there in our country. Why? Because what allopathy doctors are has to be done is, they are not given any of the information regarding the damage of liver or damage of so on so toxicity in the children, so that children and adults, so that it will be banned here. Still the drug is there, but pediatric population, pediatric preparations are being banned. But in outside, it is totally banned. So pharmacovigilance here works. So here comes, there is no adverse reactions in the homeopathy medicine, because we are using the lowest of drug content, but potency will be there. Understand? So you should also have to be implemented all this scientific evidence in your research. Come back here. Innovation is increasing in India, but in outside countries they have n number of new drugs. Patency is more this IP implementation is there, more patents is there outside, but it is lesser here. So what is the need of this? India is, new drug has to be come out. So ethical consideration, the human ethics, normally what you know, what is has to be done, informed consent has to be taken, scientific validity has to be there, fair on the subject selection. You should not phone the patient. Patient, you come, I will give on chocolate or on vehicle arrangement will be done. No, it is not ethical. You can understand, there are many number of things. Subject selection has to be done, favorable risk benefit ratio. Okay, here comes the risk benefit ratio. What is this risk benefit ratios? Risk benefit ratio, how you understand in the clinical trials? How many of them are taken? I just want to know that homeopathy medicines from that. I have taken, during the COVID, I have taken homeopathy medicines. There was a drug, I forget the name, Arsenica album, yes, I have taken. I was been there in medical college, so I was searching for which medicine I can be protected. I was been there in the ward rounds and all. But how many of them are taken vaccine from here? So there was a crucial question that without clinical trial, the drug clinical trial, the vaccine has been implemented by the government authorities. Here comes the word risk-benefit ratio. What is the risk-benefit ratio? We will take up the risk and benefit in a better. So what happens is, risk is improved and benefit is less. Then what is this? Drug is put there. Here comes the vaccine. Vaccine is having, risk is more, benefit is less. Has to be given to the patient. here comes the important. There is no other choice. Risk is there. Benefit is more. Because risk is there with some of the adverse reaction in the neurology, nephrology, cardiology and all. But when we are giving to the higher population, is having benefits. It will reduce the risk of death rate of the patients. Then comes the vaccine implementation. Now understand that how the risk benefit has been implemented. So the committee has been decided by the government of India that this vaccine is not gone through all the clinical trial stages. We cannot wait until that all the stages has finished. The risk is more. Patients have been dying. There's only one thing is vaccine has to be given to improvise their antibody production. So for that purpose, without completing all the stages, they have implemented vaccine. So it has to be improvised. It has to come in the other forms and all. But that time there is no other choice. Risk was more. Benefit was somewhat higher into that. Okay. So confidentiality is very, very important. Confidentiality is very, very important. How? How you will be maintaining anyone? Please give me how you will be keeping the. You please give the this one to any students. How you will be maintaining the confidentiality of your patients. You are taking a clinical trial. How you will maintain the confidentiality of your patient? Good, phone.